We're already halfway done with the year, and one might wonder, is PC building still affordable? Have the RAM and storage prices got any better? Can we even build a system for less than $1,000? And is Aria actually 3'2"? We're gonna find out in today's video. It wasn't opening. Let's get the height out of the way. Are you actually 3'2"?
You're standing 3'2", 190 pounds.
Okay, ever since that video came out, I've had people join the call in Discord and be like, are you 3'2"? I'm like, no.
I was there, I'm actually there.
I'm not short, you're just tall. That's the...
So just for the record, how tall are you?
5'7".
He's 5'7", I'm 6'2". We can put the rumors to rest. He is not a leprechaun. Okay, so what are we looking at for the budget?
We've always done a budget build in the Mark Center videos. So I feel like for once, why don't we compete against another system? Like the Steam Machine or the PS5 Pro. Try to get something for around that price point.
What are we looking at price-wise between the PS5 Pro and the Steam Machine?
The PS5 Pro, I believe they bumped it up to $900 now. Initially it was 700, I believe. It was 700, 750 before.
Okay.
That got bumped up. The Steam Machine, which actually was a bit shocking and a bit disappointing, it's $1,100.
$1,100?
Yep.
How many gigs of storage?
I believe 512, I may be wrong. 512. And I believe both of them have a 6-core 12-thread processor too, which helps our case.
Very nice. Okay, I know a few 6-core bundles that we can do. So our price range is between $900 and $1,100 basically
yeah.
beats. Okay, I think we can do that. Let's see what we can do.
It's doable.
So obviously to compete against the PS5 Pro and the Steam Machine, we gotta go with the Micro Center bundle. That is the only way we're going to make sure we get the most value out of our system, especially now with the memory prices and storage prices being so high. What are you thinking about? What bundle?
You know what? Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Let's jump the gun. 9800X3D and let's go.
That's like the entire budget right there. What are you talking about?
I feel like either the 7600X3D or the 7500X3D bundle.
I honestly think even till now, the 7500X3D bundle is the value king, right? You get a 6-core, 12-thread processor, V-cache, a single 16 gigs of DDR5 memory, and you get a B850M motherboard. There's really no other bundle that exists anywhere that even comes close to the 7500X3D bundle. $350 for all of that. And 16 gigs of memory is really all you need for a lot of games out there. I mean, sure, there are still some games that are memory hungry that will require 32 gigs, but for the most part, like over 90% of the titles, you're not gonna even use anywhere close to 32 gigs of memory. So I think this bundle is gonna be a really good starting point.
Honestly, I feel like whatever we build, because I know the PS5 Pro is 4K 60 with, upscaling. So as long as we can beat that with whatever system we end up going with, it's a win.
All right, yeah, let's start with the bundle. So when you buy the bundle, this is what you get, an unmarked box. And inside here, do you have anything sharp on you? Aria always coming to the rescue. Where would I be without you, honestly? Probably better off, but here we are. All right, so inside the bundle, you get a bag. I/O shield, some SATA cables, Wi-Fi antenna because the board does come with built-in Wi-Fi. Oh, they changed the packaging. They didn't used to have that on both sides. Bam! Here she is.
That is actually a little bit nicer than the MSI board.
Yeah, originally it was an MSI board, if you guys remember, the first time we used the bundle, but sometimes you can get an ASRock board instead. You still get 3 M.2 slots. You got one on the top here, one on the bottom, and one more in the back. So you could hook up to 3 NVMe drives. You get Wi-Fi support, onboard USB-C, 4 DIMM slots. I mean, this is a feature-packed motherboard, all for $350.
It's a good entry point.
It honestly is one of the best value bundles you can find anywhere. And if you want to get into the M5 ecosystem, there's nothing that beats this at the moment. So with the bundle, we do get a single stick of G.Skill Flare X. 16 gigs, unfortunately, but I mean, this is all we can afford in our budget. The good thing is we can always add another 16 gig stick.
That is true.
And I've proven in my last video, you don't really need 32 gigs. 16 is more than plenty for a lot of games right now. So.
Even in the build battle, we both had 16 gigs. It was
exactly.
perfectly fine.
Exactly. So in the last Micro Center video, I made a huge announcement that we are now selling our mouse pads here at Micro Center, our top 2 sellers, AR-15 and Liquid Black. And well, let's go check the mouse pad section and see if we still have some in stock. Yo, yes sir.
Joel.
Joel, nice to meet you, man.
It's crazy, like seeing you.
Oh yeah? Are you looking for a mouse pad?
Yeah.
Hey, we're selling our pads here. Liquid Black and AR-15. Yeah, we're actually trying to see if we can find some in stock. Oh, it's a white, no, I don't know if the black one will work actually. But we do have a white version of it on our store though. Yeah.
You can get a quick picture?
Yeah, of course. Anything for you, man. Death Note, one of my favorite animes. I love that.
Dude.
Right on. All right, let's see if we have our pads in stock here.
It
is going to be difficult to find a tech source pad. I'm gonna keep looking, but eventually, when we get enough sales, we're gonna be going up here. I was told by Micro Center that the top sellers are gonna be hanging from here.
Is that the Ruby for mouse pads?
That's the Ruby, yeah. That's the Ruby. So yeah, eventually when we hit top seller, we're gonna be here, but we just started selling here, I think a few months ago. And we've been selling out in a lot of stores. So
I've actually had people join Discord call and be like, yo, where can I get a pad? I went Micro Center, they didn't have any.
Really? Yeah, I've been getting that a lot.
Within a week of us announcing that, apparently
we've been doing good. We've been doing good, but we have a long way to go to beat the ones on the top here. But let's see if we can find our pads here. Unless we're all sold out.
Found one?
Found one. This is how you should be able to spot all the mouse pads. The tag should be facing down. So you can at least look at the design and see if you like it or not. Fun fact, the mouse pads are actually cheaper here at the store because you don't have to pay for the shipping costs. So you save $15 that you can put towards anything else while you're at a Micro Center. So if you guys are nearby picking something up for your PC or your setup, and you like both of our designs, either the AR-15 or the Liquid Black, and you want to support the channel, consider picking up a pad at any of the Micro Centers across the US, if it's still in stock. Okay, time for storage. This one's gonna be an easy one, 125 gig. And that's it for that budget.
You know what, at that point, let's just go to SATA. Just be safe.
That's true, you might have to go SATA to increase the capacity. But no, all jokes aside, I think we could fit in a 512 gig. And
hard drive, right?
Not there yet. I hope not. I hope we never get to that level where we're back to putting in 1 terabyte hard drives as opposed to SSDs. But the best deal right now, or the lowest price, 512 gig NVMe drive at Micro Center, that's also Gen 4, is the Team Group G50. I feel like this is a good starting point. We can always add more storage if need be, but I feel like to stay under our budget, this is gonna be our go-to.
You have 2 extra slots, so.
We do. The ASRock BA50 board does have 3.
It's an MSI.
It's MSI?
Is it ASRock or is it? Okay, never mind.
You giving me.
Never mind, they changed
you're
it.
Fired after this is your last day. Put in your 2 weeks. So we know the Steam machine performs similar to an RX 7600, right? So all we got to do is beat that GPU, and there are several GPUs that can do that within the budget. RX 5060 8 gig model, the RX 9070 XT,
5060 Ti is also up there,
and the 5060 Ti 8 gig model, I believe. So it really comes down to the best price or the GPU that we can afford under $1,000. What are you thinking?
Personally, I'm leaning more towards the 5060 Ti. Because you gotta remember, with that, we have frame gen. We have 4 times frame gen that we can use to our advantage.
4 times frame gen with the 5060 as well, the non-TI
That is
model.
true.
And the performance between the TI and the non-TI, I believe, is like average 10 frames. Yeah.
Well, you gotta remember, that's 10 frames without upscaling.
Oh, that's true.
Realistically, you're looking at like 40 frames with the upscaling.
So let's look at the price difference between the two. I found a PNY RTX 5060 Ti for $300.
I'm sorry.
One in stock.
It's cheaper than the regular 5060?
It's cheaper than the 5060 non-TI, it's $30 cheaper, but it's refurbished, so it's an open box. But still, I mean, that's quite the savings.
Okay, that's a strong contender. What else do we have? Let's say if that was out of stock.
There is one in stock though, so we gotta be quick. We'll see if it's available. The next one up is also a PNY card, but it's a dual fan for $370, so it's $40 more.
16 gig, 8 gig? Which one?
It's the 8 gig only.
8 gig?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately, 16 gig, we're looking at pretty close to like $430.
It's the memory prices.
Yeah.
It doesn't help.
So we're gonna have to stick to the 8 gig model, unfortunately. But let's go and see if the refurbished model is in stock, because if it is, we're gonna snag that. I can't pass that up for 300 bucks.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, let's go.
I don't
Dude.
see anything.
That would be perfect.
I'm seeing a 50-50 for that price, but
No,
not a 5060 Ti.
Don't tell me somebody snagged it. Can you guys see if you have this card in stock, the 5060 Ti 8 gig model PNY? And he's gonna go check in the back. Let's go see if they have it. This will be the answer to our prayers if they have this card in stock, because we're getting a better deal than the 5060. I got a feeling it's not even here. You can't always have everything, right?
Right.
We will make do with what we got. And that's the whole point of the Micro Center videos. You walk in and you don't know what to expect.
Exactly.
We go with the flow.
I know some of you guys are gonna say, why don't you guys, plan it ahead of time?
The goal of the Micro Center videos is to provide a real world customer experience, as opposed to planning everything, scripting everything and walking in. I'm not a big fan of that. Would you say yes or no?
I'm gonna say yes.
I'm gonna say 95% chance no, and 5% chance yes.
5 minutes later.
Yeah, can I order a large pepperoni, 2 Caesar salads, 2 Coke, and some breadsticks, please? You want anything?
You're not fine, add 2 more
2 more what?
Caesars.
2 more Caesar salads, please. We like salad. Oh,
Is that the one you showed me, right?
That's it, I think.
this is the refurbished one?
No, I'm saying.
Oh, okay, I see. So,
want me to find the
what's the, no, I think that one's sold out then. How much, this goes for 450?
450, yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's out of stock then, the refurbished?
Yeah, the first one does.
No worries then, we can't take this one. Thank you so much for checking.
What's the verdict?
Well, unfortunately, it was out of stock. I think somebody was actually buying it as he was looking for the card in the bag. And we can't afford the brand new one. So I say we go with the PNY dual fan 8 gig model instead.
Okay. That's reasonable still.
Yeah, I'm still happy with it. Still a good price. Always works like a charm. Let's go.
Do it.
Power supplies is next. We really don't need anything more than a 450 watt power supply, if I'm being honest. We
That
have
is true.
very power efficient hardware going in the system.
We're eco-friendly.
We're eco-friendly.
There you go.
We're on a tight budget, so we can't do an 850 that we normally put in. So I say we go with the wattage that we need.
You know what I'm thinking? That Lee and Lee power supply that we saw last time.
Here, the
Oh, there it
RBO
is.
550. Oh, this is actually going for 50 bucks. This is a clean looking power supply, not gonna lie. Look, the 8-pin is on the, or the 6-pin's on the side. Very fascinating. 5-year warranty, it's ATX 3.1 ready. I mean, this is all we need, to be
We don't
honest.
need anything more than that. to be
Keep the
honest.
costs down, we're getting a quality, reliable power supply for our build. And it's the lowest price, 550 watt at Micro Center. Sold. All right, cooler. We definitely can't fit in a 360 AIO or even a 240 as much as I want to.
You can, but not in the budget.
Well, that's what I mean.
I thought you meant the case that we eventually want to go with, but
No, it comes down to the budget. Of course, we can't fit in a 360 price-wise. Maybe I should be specific with you, Aria. Air cooler is going to give us the most value. We have a very power-efficient chip in the first place that doesn't require much cooling. So what are our options? Okay, ideally, you want to stick to around $30 for the air cooler. So
we don't really need much either. The CPU is already, cool enough. It's only 65 watt TDP, so.
we do have the Thermaltake UX 200SC, really good contender.
Okay, I like that.
Montech NX 400 for $30.
I like that, but that's gonna be an eyesore if we go with an all black build.
Hyper 212 Spectrum V3 for $20.
I feel like that's always been reliable. Or no, I don't think we've ever gone with that one.
Hyper 212 Evo in white.
Okay.
I'm not done yet. Assassin X120 refined. You think I can stack one more?
I plead a fifth.
Or the Hyper 212 Pro. We have a
All right, after picking out all those coolers, did you finally decide what you want to go with?
yeah. Let's go with the Assassin X20 refined. I've seen some really good reviews on this.
That should be plenty for the CPU that we're going with
Oh yeah,
too. So
it's got some RGB too. So We're set, baby. All right, last but not least, case. What kind of case are we going with, Arya?
Honestly,
Cooler Master, Q300.
the Oven Master. Actually, funny enough, funny you say Q300. It's literally right here.
Is it? Our good old boy, our pal. Well, the next one up is the Montec X3 Mesh. It's got like a PSU window.
Oh,
The
okay.
mid-tower. It comes with 4 pre-installed fans, actually, I think. Not bad at all. Or we go with the Inland X1 for 55 bucks. The power supply strap is closed, and it comes with 4 pre-installed fans.
We've used that one last time too. It was a pretty good case, so.
It's a really good value case, but I like the power supply area covered. And I feel like this is the only one within that price point that has that with 4 pre-installed fans. And then the ones after that are like $60 or more, and honestly, I don't think we can afford it
No,
right now.
not in this budget.
Let's go with Inland X1 on this one.
All right, let's do it.
Funny enough, it's right over here. We're going with the black one. I think they only have a black one, right?
Yep. Just don't rip that sign, whatever you do, preferably. We all know you've had your fair share of breaking things here.
I got it.
In this little section.
It's always the case aisle. Stuff goes
Not
down.
just the case aisle, this aisle specifically.
Honestly, I just think this aisle is haunted.
It's your Kyoto luck. There it is.
Let's get at it before I break more things. But the real question is, how are memory prices right now? Let's look at DDR5 first.
Okay, just based off that look, I'm guessing it's higher.
It's a tad bit worse since we came last time. I remember the Corsair Vengeance was around $320 or $310 for a 32 gigabyte kit. Now they're going for $380. The lowest price 32 gigabyte kit currently at Micro Center is gonna be the Clev Fit 5s that are going for $350. That's pretty wild, actually. Next one up, Crucial Pro 32 gig kits, $370. Dude, I remember when these were like $300 on the dot, remember? So yeah, these are like the basic sticks, no RGB, no fancy heat spreaders. You're looking at around $350 all the way to $380. Yeah, it's not looking good, but that's also why the bundles are so important at Micro Center, so you can save the money.
All right, what's the damage?
I'm impressed. We did it. $951.94.
That's actually impressive for what we got in this market.
We beat the Steam OS. There's only one thing left to do. Take it home, build it, and check out the performance. I'm excited. Not something you would hear me say about 512 gigs of storage and a 16 gigabyte stick, but
In this market, anything.
in these times, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm excited. Okay, let's go see what kind of performance we got. All right, so I already built a PC to save some time, but how does this compete against the Steam machine's performance? And well, thanks to Steve from Gamers Nexus, we have actual benchmarks to compare against. And while it might not be an apples to apples comparison, unfortunately, this is the best that we have. Starting with the CPU, it is running a semi-custom AMD Zen 4 6-core 12-thread processor with a very low 30-watt TDP. It is comparable to the Ryzen 5 7400F, which, if you compare against our desktop PC, we already have a much faster processor in comparison. The Steam machine is also running a single 16GB DDR5 SODIMM module, which are typically found in laptops and smaller devices, and as a result, they typically run at slightly lower frequencies compared to full-size DIMMs that you would find in desktop PCs, like ours, for example. So already we do have another advantage. But the biggest advantage here, hands down, is gonna be our graphics card. The Steam machine is using a semi-custom GPU based on the RDNA 3 architecture with 8 gigs of GDDR6 memory compared to our graphics card, which uses GDDR7. Not only that, but the Steam machine GPU is roughly comparable to an AMD RX 7600, which is significantly slower than the RTX 5060 Ti 8GB model that we're using. So already on paper, our custom PC drops a big fat deuce on the Steam machine in terms of specs. But when you factor in the price of the Steam machine, which costs $1,050 for the 512 gig model, and our PC that comes in $100 less, the custom built PC is the better choice for both value and performance. But just out of curiosity, let's see how bad the Steam machine stacks up against our custom PC. All right, we are kicking off the comparison with Resident Evil 4. We're gonna be doing 1080p, no upscaling technology, so FSR is disabled, and everything else is set to high. You guys can pause the video and check the settings if you want. The score to beat, 93.5 FPS. Here we go. Dang! That is more than double the frames from the Steam machine. We are pushing over 200 FPS on Resident Evil high settings. Oh! We did drop down to 190 in combat, but for the most part, we've been consistently pushing, 250 FPS right now. The Steam machine could never. That is well over double the frames, actually. The CPU is struggling to keep up though. I think we just hit like 100% CPU usage. There is a bit of bottleneck present, but I mean, we're able to push over 200 frames in high settings. You know what, just for fun, let's try 1440p as well. Let's see how this PC competes against the Steam machine in native 1440p resolution, no upscaling. I rest my case. Okay, we're no longer doubling the performance, but I mean, we're still getting 160 frames per second. That's crazy. All right, no, you're here, come on. Nope. Way. What? How is he always grabbing me? I think that's like meant to happen. That's wild. So yeah, we're actually getting anywhere between 140 to 170. There's quite a bit of frame dips, but I mean, I'll take this performance over the Steam machine any day of the week. Okay, Starfield is up next, and I believe the settings were set to Ultra. And we gotta make sure FSR 3 is disabled, and frame gen is also set to off. The score to beat, 41.4 FPS. What do we got? Oh, so I would say we are borderline almost double the speeds. But we are pushing on average 75 FPS. We are on the borderline of almost double the performance from the Steam machine. We'll probably get more frames inside actually. Let's see. Oh yeah, we got a little higher. Mid 80s to low 90s. Okay, Cyberpunk 2077 Shadow Liberty is up next, 1080p as you can see with ultra settings. Everything is pretty much maxed out. And we obviously have upscaling technology disabled. Here we go. The score to beat is 59 FPS. Maybe the Steam machine will do better on Cyberpunk. I'm starting to notice a trend here. We are pretty much doubling the frames from the Steam machine. We are averaging around 115 frames per second on Cyberpunk. We are almost doubling the frames of the Steam machine. Actually, no, we're pushing slightly more than 120 in some areas. So the FPS actually is a little higher. So yeah, we are easily doubling the frames on Cyberpunk. Oh, 99 frames is the lowest we dipped. We got up to 130, so that's about 115 on average. I was right on the money. Also, don't forget guys, we're still running on a single 16 gigabyte kit. Okay, we definitely have to try Cyberpunk in 1440p as well. Just out of curiosity. Still playable, surprisingly. Wow. Okay, now we are getting about the same performance if we were to play on the Steam machine, which is hilarious. The only big difference is obviously we're on Windows 11 Pro as opposed to, Steam OS, so we can play other games that are not only exclusive to the Steam platform. Okay, last but not least, we're gonna be checking out Black Myth Wukong, but we're gonna be running the benchmark tool as opposed to playing the actual game because this will give us a more accurate and consistent number. Now, unfortunately, you can't exactly disable super resolution sampling in this game, but instead of FSR, XS, or even DLSS, we can set it to TSR by default. And of course, we're gonna disable frame gen as well. And here are the rest of the settings. everything is set to high. Unfortunately, this one's a super long benchmark, so I'm gonna go take a nap and I'll be right back. Okay, so the score to beat on Black Myth Wukong was 44 FPS, and we, ladies and gentlemen, scored a 78. Not quite double the performance, but I mean, still, we're pretty high up there. Let's run this one more time in 1440p. I'm curious what the performance is gonna be like. I know some of you guys might be commenting down below, Ed, this is not even a fair comparison because your PC is like 4 times the size of the Steam machine. And I can't argue with that, okay? Yes, it is a big tower, but I mean, we could have gone with an ITX case and a smaller motherboard and still stayed under the $1,050 price tag and gotten the same performance. So there's really no excuse here. What? 76 frames per second? Wow, we didn't get that much lower in 1440p. What is that, like 2 FPS lower? Wow, okay. I guess running it in 1440p didn't change much. Anyways, as I was saying, if we were to do a mini ITX build and go with an ITX case, it would have cost more because, you know, when you're doing an ITX build, the motherboard, the power supply, and the case are the 3 most expensive components when you're doing an ITX build. I call it the ITX tax, but we still would have stayed under a $1,050 price. In fact, I'll put the parts list somewhere on the screen if we were to do an ITX build instead. That doesn't change the fact that you get so much more performance for around the same price. That's kind of the whole point of this video. So yeah, not surprising at all. Our custom PC costs $100 less, but provides nearly double the performance, making it the clear winner here. I mean, sure, the Steam machine is much smaller and super portable, but if you're looking for the most value and more performance, building a PC is the better option in today's market. Links to everything we posted down below. Thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you guys in the next one.